Waka 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 man down. Welcome to Transfer Business and News, man. Now it is a week for women, right? We need to honor women. And today on the show, I started with Jackie Waka Waka. Much love to Jackie for being who she is, man. Now, today I'll start with Jackie's Waka Waka and I'll end the show with something. There is something doing bad. Have you heard that track? Yes, that is the song I'll use to end the show. So I'm sending much love to Jackie. As I said, yesterday was Mother's Day. Shout outs to every woman in Ghana. Shout outs to every woman in Africa. Shout outs to every black woman, every woman around the globe. I'm sending you much love. I'm sending you abundance. And I'm sending you love and love and love. Because we need more love in this universe in order to get to where we want to be. And speaking about women, Manchester United's women team lost in the FA Cup final yesterday against Chelsea, right? And Max Skinner and his team lost by 1-0. And I felt for them, man. This would have been something different for this team to win it, but unfortunately we lost in the final. Where your gift will get to you, you have no idea. Your gift can take you places. You can be a barber, and before you realize, you roll with the celebrities of the world but you are a barber. So I keep telling people, follow your gift and try and learn knowledge, right? Keep on scaffolding upon knowledge day in, day out, right? So much love to every woman across this continent, across the globe. Happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. Women, the black women especially, mwah, you are so beautiful. Don't try to look like any other color, man. Now, we know that the color black is not even a color. It is the color that births all other colors. Because when Professor Lecky and the famous anthropologist found the oldest human remain, the Zanzanthropus, which literally means the black person, it was over 1 million years old, and it was white people that said that the origin. Oh man, this is not even a debate, right? The black race gave birth to other races. That is why two white people can never give birth to a black child. But then, deep in Africa, dark as night, you will see two black people can give birth to an albino with blue eyes, and this is us. This is how come. But then two white people can never give birth to a black child. And black is so dominant. We know it. Science have proven it. So I don't know why you will leave your dark skin. You don't need a sunscreen. Black women, you don't need a sunscreen on your skin. We love you the way you are. The shades in color, we love you like that. So I'm sending much love to every black melanin queen around the world. Mwah. Take a kiss from the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. Today, if you are watching live and you're a woman, you are fortunate because you had a kiss live from the Ordained Crown Prince. And I want this kiss to represent how beautiful you are, to represent the fact that you can do better than your current situation. I'm just trying to urge the innermost desires in you, man. Look at somebody like Oprah Winfrey and be like, I am a black woman too, and I can be like Oprah Winfrey. I can be like Michelle Obama. I can be like Nana Banamwa. You know, there are so many beautiful and hard-working women in this world that you can emulate. Will you be the next Yasantua? I'm a direct descendant of Yasantua, so I know what I'm talking about. Will you be the next Yasantua of Ghana? Where we take our nation, where we take our continent into a different dimension in terms of development, in terms of loving one another and uniting our continent? Would you want to be the next Queen Nanny of the Jamaicans, the Maroons, she was an Ashanti? So, beautiful black women across the world, I'm sending you love. Nothing but love, nothing but love, nothing but love. This is our time to unite our continent, man. And black women, you will be so pivotal for the men to be able to get to where we want to be. So, our homes, we need to bring the black family back. I always say that women are the most powerful beings in the universe because they outnumber men. So who truly rules earth? Now, our mothers, can I say our foremothers in Africa? You know, our ancestors, let's say your grandmothers. There was a reason why you will see our grandmothers married to one man. Let's say 7 women married to one man, because they did the math and knew that there are less men, but there are plenty women. So they knew that, okay, every man will have more than 2 wives. Every woman will have more than 3 wives. Every man will have more than... They did the math and knew. But then we thought they were stupid. We moved from their traditions, and now we've created a scenario where every woman wants a man. Every woman has, one way or the other, had an encounter before with a married man in Africa before she became married or she got married herself. But then when she sees something similar going on, it can break the family. Now, what I want African women to start thinking about is, when you marry a man and your man is going to marry another woman and the woman is below you, that is when you should be offended. But when you see that, no, this woman can add much more to our family. And when the women, you are going to these families with a wife already, know that you are only there to bring more blessings to grow the family. You are not there to bring whatever they've built down. Let us live in harmony. Let us live in peace. And today I'm throwing a challenge to women or black women. You used to be like, you used to know. Don't try and be a man. Be a woman, and it's enough. That is what I've been telling. You don't need to be a man. What a man can do, you can do. What a woman can do, a man can do. A man cannot do what a woman does. Like when the child is crying at dawn and a man can pick up the child, you don't know what to do to the child. But then when a woman picks up the baby, it's like the baby knows I'm home. Then the child will stop crying. This is natural. We need the masculine and the feminine spirit in order to move on and enjoy it. And enjoy this thing we call life. So today on Transfer Business and News, I want to, maybe enlighten a few women out there. You need to be the woman in you. I don't want to hear any excuse from any African youth watching me right now today onwards that you shouldn't know. There is no reason why you shouldn't know how to cook. Because if you one day want to be a wife, remember then you will need to cook for your children and even what you will eat. Why should you see, we die a lot these days and we have so many allergies because there are things you will go and buy that it has, maybe you are allergic to, that you will never know. But then if you know your allergies, you can prepare your dish according to your allergies. This is common sense. But then even those who are supposed to become our mothers don't want to learn the things that make them mothers. They don't want to learn how to even braid hair so that they will send, or probably if they can braid if they can braid hair on a Saturday morning, you and your daughter braiding your own hair. That is where the mother and the daughter bond come in. In a world where technology has taken over the bond between parents and children. But then what? You see, there are so many things with so many culture and other things we've allowed that has broken the African family. Now the black women are, there is a start, and you can check it online. Black women are, how can I say it? Single women, single parenthood, right? Black women are on top of the stats around the world. Why? There are more to, I always say that a father being at home, sometimes the man is not bringing anything. But then if he is bringing leadership, if he is bringing spiritual protection, if he is bringing other forms and things that you like, he doesn't treat you, he treats you like a queen. And if there is more to just money that a man can bring at home, let us not break the African families. So many daughters being raised by single parents, which are women, has led to, so they don't know how to talk to a man because their fathers were never home to teach their child, hey, come and sit beside me whilst I'm eating. How was your day? So she knows the act of asking and seeing what the husband is thinking. Cooking food, the husband is eating, she's sitting, asking questions. And before you realize, she will know everything. Men are not difficult. Sometimes I tell women, know what you are as a woman and know how powerful you are. And just respect the man. That is all you need as a woman. Don't let them tell you no. Respect him and do your duties as a woman. Any man will die for you. Any man. So this morning, I'm sending love to women. And let me talk about Manchester United again. And Manchester United won this weekend. Viva Garnacho! Viva Garnacho! Run it down their wings. Hear United sing. Viva Garnacho! Now, on Reunited, like we started posting about Garnacho when he was still in the under 18s, and we said this is a boy that needs to be given a platform at Old Trafford. Give the boy, there is the spirit in Garnacho is bigger than the boy. He is fearless. He loves Old Trafford. That is why we want proper owners, man. Now, between Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who do you want to be the next owners of Manchester United? I have made my stance clear and I'm not backing down. I think Sheikh Jassim Al Thani would do a better job, a marvelous job. As a matter of fact, what I have for Manchester United across Africa, I think Sheikh Jassim at the helm, we can achieve that in Africa. But then I look at somebody like Sir Jim Ratcliffe and I look at the Nice ownership. What has he done to Nice that is so like, oh man, over the top for you to think he can be the owner of Manchester United? We've asked about the debt. What happens to the debt? They claim it will go on Ineos, but then would it really go on Ineos? After they've bought the club, it will be another Anansi story. Now, shout outs to Anansi. Now, if you don't know Anansi story, it is a Ghanaian story that speaks about the spider and the cunning ways of the spider, man. And it is authentically Ghanaian. So if you see the Anansi story, remember Ghana. Remember the ordained crown prince of Ghana. Remember that today you had a privilege of speaking or watching the ordained crown prince of Ghana on Transfer Business and News. Now, on Friday, last Friday, I wrote a red letter to the King of England, King Charles III. Now, unfortunately, I lost much of the video. I don't know. I said loads of stuff, and when I tried saving the video parts of it didn't come, and I'm like, most of the so those who didn't watch live couldn't get the whole picture, right? But on Friday, this Friday, I'm writing a black letter to my king Otumfuo Osei Tutu Abebio. We need to have a conversation about Asante Kingdom. We need to have a conversation about Ghana, and we need to have a conversation about Sikegwa Kofi and how we will use this great power to the advantage of Ghana and Africa. My name is Poku-Hitzfield, the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. I've been with you for the past 22 minutes and so, and I've been talking about women, black women, of course. I've been talking about a Latino, of course, a white woman. Irrespective of your race, man. It is the spirit that I like the spirit. If I like the spirit in what I see, why not, man? I can't wait to have so many wives. Oh, I've told it. I've been open about it since I was like a child. Because I realize it is hypocrisy for you to marry one woman, but then you are always with your girlfriend somewhere. You know it's true. Why don't you make her a second wife for the family to recognize her? And no, now you can go here. You see the hypocrisy amongst Africans and humans in general. I hate it. I hate it. It's about time we stop being hypocrites. And now, let's talk about Arsenal. What happened to Arsenal? Whoa! Arsenal! Now, when Gary Neville said that, of course, an 8-time Premier League winner in Gary Neville, more Premier League titles than I think Man City, right? And Chelsea. Just Gary Neville. He spoke about the fact that Arsenal will bottle this league because when it gets to the latter stages of the Premier League season, you need leaders. You need people who have been there and done it. And he looked through this Arsenal defense and was like, no, they are going to bottle it. And the whole world slated Gary Neville on that. Now, if Gary Neville is a gunman, we will say, George Bayote. It means, come for your stone, right? It means that you have been vindicated. It means Gary Neville's words have been vindicated, and now he's the one laughing, and Arsenal fans are going back to whatever borough they came out from. Whatever borough they came out from. I never knew Sam George, the MP for Ningo Pram Pram. Shout out to Sam George. He is at Perez Chapel. I used to church at Perez Chapel. So, you know, Sam George is the MP for Ningo Pram Pram, man. Sam George, I never knew he was an Arsenal fan. And he was always posting about Arsenal. And I'm like, hey, Arsenal for Samu Ghana. They were hiding in their boroughs until they were on top. Come on. If Manchester United had led the Premier League on Christmas, we would have won it. Because it is only Arsenal that have led or have been on top of the Premier League table and haven't won it. They are the only team who have done that in more than 3 times. Even when Leicester was on top in 2016, is it 2015 or 2016? When Leicester won it, by 25th December, Christmas Day, they were on top and they won it eventually. It is Arsenal that have bottled it over the years. So I had some reservations on them winning, but then I was hoping Thomas Partey will win the Premier League and have the medal in Ghana, man. You know, as a Ghanaian, as the Ordained Crown Prince, when I see my people doing well, all I need to do is push them and push them and push them. But then Arsenal have bottled it. Oh, come on. Okay, so let us talk a bit about transfers, right? To end the show, I'll be leaving you guys in a bit. But then yesterday in the game against the same Arsenal game against Brighton, I was watching Moses Caicedo play at right back again. Moises Caicedo could have been at Manchester United for less than £5 million. But now Manchester United will have to forge around £80 million for Moses Caicedo. And we are like, where were the scouts? The same way we could have had Erling Haaland had we listened to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for £4 million. Now look at Erling Haaland right now. Look at the talent. Manchester United's scouting system have been poor over the years. And we need new scouts. That is why we need a whole change in the ownership, the scouting system, to make sure the likes of Moises Caicedo, I hope I mentioned his name right though, won't be sieved out. That's talent. How can you not spot that talent? He played against Arsenal at right back again against Martinelli and did extremely well. He did extremely well against Leandro Trossard when he replaced Martinelli as well. And I'm looking at the boy who has been playing in the holding or the number 6 position, very good. We thinking he is a number 6, but then he goes to the right back and he's producing man of the match performances there. Now, when Manchester United played Brighton recently, he played as the right back and kept Marcus Rashford quiet. So I'm looking at somebody like Moses Caicedo, and I'm like, I don't care if he costs 80 million. Bring him in. Because if there is a need for him to go to right back, he will go to right back. And he can play sometimes next to Casemiro. I don't care whether he's 100 million. If Anthony is 100 million, Moses Caicedo can be the same. But then we want a few more midfielders. Somebody like Alexis McAllister. I like the fact that when McAllister has the ball, it is difficult for you to dispossess him. And that is a trait. And that is a trait that Scott McTominay doesn't have. That is a trait that Donny van de Beek doesn't have. That is the trait that even Bruno doesn't have that. Like keeping the ball. The David Silva type of player where it is hard for you to dispossess him. McAllister has that a lot. And I'm looking at him, a World Cup winner, Old Trafford, under the lights, perform. And I think he will do extremely well. So, we are still stuck with the ownership situation. But I'm talking about Sheikh Jassim. I'm looking at somebody like Sheikh Jassim under him, where Eric Ten Hag can have the fans to probably go into Brighton, give around 150 million for Caicedo and McAllister. Bring Joao Palhinha in. Because when you look at the Premier League stats, the player with the most tackles in the Premier League is Joao Palhinha of Fulham. And statistics never lie. So I'm looking at putting Joao Palhinha sometimes next to Casemiro. Sometimes playing Palhinha and Caicedo, giving Casemiro a rest. McAllister, number 10. Sometimes Bruno, number 10. Sometimes McAllister, number 8. Bruno, number 8. You know, they can play interchangeably like that. So, I'm looking at a place where we can get rid of Donny van de Beek. Of course, it hasn't worked. Sentiments aside, it hasn't worked. Fred, probably. I love Fred. I love his work attitude. But then if you put Declan Rice and Fred, or Joao Palhinha and Fred, Joao Palhinha will do a bigger job than Fred in this Manchester United team. Because in as much as he is topping the charts on tackles, he is tall, he has the height to defend set pieces, he is more mobile, he is more quick than Fred. So when I can compare these two, we've moved on. Fred is the most, or probably has the most appearance for Manchester United as a Brazilian. But then, if I'm looking at where I want Manchester United to be in the next 5 years, back winning the Champions League, back competing for the Premier League in May, then we need to be ruthless this summer. We need to be ruthless this summer. Now, speaking about being ruthless, Paul Pogba returned from injury to start a game for the first time in over a year, and in under 24 minutes got injured again. Then I just remembered his pugmentary, the things he said inside, and I'm like, Manchester United actually dodged the bullet by not offering Paul Pogba a new contract, because his personal life has been bad as well with his family and everything, and now injuries are ruining his career. Because going out for 1 year and coming back and having another injury 24 minutes into your first start is every player's nightmare. And it hasn't worked out for Pogba in Juve at all. Now, speaking about Juve or Juventus, it's been reported that Manchester United are looking for a free transfer for Adrien Rabiot this summer. And of course, it is one of the deals that will make sense on a free transfer if we need a top striker. I'm looking at Adrien Rabiot, and I'm looking at the fact that Erik ten Hag wanted him last summer. And I'm like, there is something he sees in Adrien Rabiot if he is willing to give him a contract on a free transfer. So I believe Erik ten Hag, and maybe he's seeing a style of play most Manchester United fans are not seeing, but then at the end of the day, he has been tasked to do the magic for Manchester United, right? And maybe Adrien Rabiot on a free transfer replacing Scott McTominay will be a good signing. Who knows? Having Caicedo, Paulinho, McAllister, then Adrien Rabiot on a free transfer, then McTominay out, Fred out, Donny van de Beek out, Anthony Martial out, Anthony Ilanga out, Brendan Williams out, Harry Maguire out. You know, I know now what I'm saying. Some people may even add David De Gea to it, but then I think David De Gea can be a proper second goalkeeper for Manchester United. My problem is him starting every match when he has deficiencies in his game that he needs to polish. Now the stats is saying he won the Golden Glove, but then you look at the mistakes leading to goal, you look at the errors, you look at so many things, and you are like, put Yasin Bono in this defense, and maybe we may be having more than 20 clean sheets, not 16, right? So it's been a pleasure having you, and let me end with Jackie again. Much love to Jackie. I say, oh no, so the papa so to you now and then getting home. So be a big girl, and Jackie, you are a big girl. Keep doing you. Keep being the black queen that you are. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you power, and I'm sending you abundance, man. Chichicha. Let's enjoy something from Jackie, and let's end the show. I've been here for more than 35 minutes, and let us enjoy the show. So something. See you same time next week. See you on Wednesday.